So you can see the full setup of the network with the relays, the green dots connecting to each other, and the relays connecting to the items. Color and shape below the icons should help you identify the different item types, like power plants, weapons, also helping differentiate between consumer, producer, and converters. You can tell the current state of the item, that means the amount of energy it produces, consumes, or has stored, the health state it is in, the current wear and tear on the item, and the current state it runs in, like charging or being in an idle state. You can directly interact with these items, turn them on and off, and in the future even switch their states. If you hover over a relay, that I will be hopefully doing soon, you will also see that the amount of fuses that are still active, and because a relay consists of several fuses, basically they are their own set of lives. And here you see all the details. You can click on the items to see a 3D render of the power plant here, the quantum drive, sorry. And here's the relay overlay. Here Pete shoots a relay to show the UI updates on the screen. So once this relay got shot at, you will see the update here on the UI that suddenly the entire right-hand side of your ship lost power connection. And what you might have not picked up on the screen is that actually the power plant here that I'm now focusing on is on low health. So I'm commanding Simon to repair the power plant to get it fully operational again.
Okay, man schießt einfach mit dem Strahl drauf. Das hatte ich mir ein bisschen cooler vorgestellt. Dinge reparieren, als noch ein weiterer Laserstrahl.
Something to highlight here. Take a closer look at the doors. Since we also track the door states, you see that you can watch movement inside your ships now nicely. So you can track players moving around in your ship and even close doors for them, or like compartments in this case, where Simon just forgot to close the compartment.
Oh, das ist ein richtig geiles Feature. Man musste nicht noch einmal durchs Schiff rennen, um eine Tür zuzumachen oder so.
Yeah, so Pete destroyed the relay, but we need the ship in fully functional state. So yeah, I'm running now with a fuse and place it in the relay, so make the relay work again. What you can also do with the doors is that you can create safe pathways, because you sitting at this engineering screen have more information in regards to your ship than the others. So you open doors to create a path that the players on your ship have to take. Now to the room view. That is mainly the life support controls plus controlling all doors. Again, we show the details of each room, like the temperature, pressure, atmosphere composition, so everything that is relevant for like you living on a ship. We also show the door states, where you can now have precise control over each door in your ship. As you see here.
Kann man die dann auch einfach auflassen, die Türen? Das wäre sehr geil für
This will also allow you to have a more control over which door or compartments to open. So here, again, showing opening the power plant. That also helps very much in already telling players, hey, you should repair this item, so I open that door for you, and they directly know which item you mean.
Das ist wirklich gut.
It also allows us to control like the outside-facing doors much better. So you can directly open, if you just want to open the left side ramp or the front side facing ramp or the back facing ramp.
Auch nice. Ich hoffe, dieses Panel hat man dann auch vom Pilotensitz, vor allen Dingen bei so Schiffen von mittlerer Größe ist es praktisch, wenn das der Pilot direkt machen kann. Okay, ja, cool. Rappe auf und so.
So we did it last year already, but let's make our crew suffocate again. So the moment that you basically pull off their helmets, and now me pressing the cycle button, you see that the entire atmosphere in this room is vented. And yeah, well, the consequence is death.
Ja. Und das bedeutet, das Room System ist auch endlich quasi aktiviert dann.
So, as you can tell, engineering gameplay will bring a lot of changes. Some of those changes are adding batteries to ships that will allow you to get a little bit of extra power for a short amount of time. Allowing you to control items directly, where it's not only their on-off state, but also their resource consumption. And where the biggest change that will come in this update is basically to the resource consumption and generation. So let's talk about energy balance. Currently, ships are balanced such that they consume less energy than they produce. What I mean with that is that the sum of all items requires less energy than the power plant will provide. And this has to change. The energy rebalance that I will explain to you now will affect mainly bigger ships. Single-seaters will still behave like they do now. For big ships, we will focus on item groups. Those require energy, but your ships will not provide enough energy to have all components run at 100% all the time. Instead, you have to decide what you want to have permanently powered by your power plant. So managing decisions will have an impact now. You could decide, as in this example, to shut down your thrusters to turn on the weapons. Isn't the best choice, since you will not be able to maneuver, so might not help when you are attacked. You would be able to shoot though. And here comes in the batteries. In scenarios where you need to react, you can activate the batteries and use the additional power. Batteries won't last forever, but you at least can power additional systems. You will be able to recharge the batteries again, but you need to free up energy from the power plant to direct into the batteries. I think that was a little bit more than just a recap, but now Guillermo will talk about
Das ist eine spannende Änderung. Bin ich gespannt, wie sich das ins Gameplay integriert, dann wirklich ins tägliche.
So I will talk about malfunctions real quick and get you guys to the next video since we're a bit behind schedule.
Ja, entschuldige Mozart, ich habe extra nochmal bei Discord schnell geschrieben. An alle. Ich konnte auch gerade eigentlich nicht auf Toilette gehen. Es ging direkt weiter irgendwie. Sind hinterm Zeitplan wohl.
Also, some of the new malfunctions will include fire, spreading misfires that represent electrical surges going through the ship, or signature burst, which increases your signature and makes you show up on enemy sensors more easily. As for how you will counter them, you've seen suffocating people with life support. You will also be able to suffocate the fire with life support, which is probably more useful. You will be repairing them, not necessarily only with a repair beam, but also replacing parts or some bespoke behavior per misfire. And if all else fails, just turn it off and on.
Das finde ich gut, dass man Sachen auch manchmal einfach aus und wieder anschalten kann.
You've seen in other videos the fire. This is a small fire. You can just put it out with a fire extinguisher.
Jetzt.
Pretty simple. It just works. Here's a bit of a bigger fire. It might be that you cannot only put it out on your own. So here we have one crew member that's going to try to put it out with a fire extinguisher to mix results.
Ja, das klappt nicht so ganz.
And here we have the option of using the life support system Thorsten showed up before, and yes, venting the area.
Nice. Ist der andere jetzt noch da drin? Der hat hoffentlich einen Helm auf.
And now you can see that the fire, once we get to that compartment, has been successfully put out.
Nice, Intient gibt Kekse aus. Oh, ich hab Kekse. Warum habe ich die nicht jetzt mir hergebracht? Jetzt kann ich nicht aufstehen.
Okay, so let's get Thorsten back on stage.
Freue mich so auf dieses Panel.
You saw a lot of the systems in action, but let's get a video of one of our play sessions, which is gonna probably show it a bit better.
So, yeah. I have to excuse myself already because I was leading this group of players being attacked by the Gladius and I did a poor job, but more to that in that video.
Oh,
Ja.
eine Pizza, geil.
Yeah, we wanted to talk
Hätte
about
ich auch
So
gern.
for this demo, we have modified the damage system slightly to represent impact penetration at a very basic level. So you are gonna see that the quantum drive is gonna be hit by the Gladius attacking the ship.
So, yeah, being attacked by a Gladius for an A2 isn't like a big challenge, but in this setup we were not like fully staffed. That means we had our engineers running around and yeah, no one being seated in the turrets. So, yeah, our goal was basically to flee the Gladius, and yeah, with the Gladius actually shooting the quantum drive and damaging it, I thought, hey, it's a good idea to tell Pete and Simon to repair the quantum drive as a priority. As you can see, I somehow missed that the habitation room caught fire. I tried to, yeah, well, prevent further damage to it, but yeah, I failed. Yeah, so that was causing a bit to the panic, so I even got distracted in this moment. So we managed to have the quantum drive survive, but here I notice, oh, actually the power plant also starts to take damage, and at this moment I'm also telling Pete and Simon to switch their attention to the power plant, because if we lose the power plant, it's also like almost impossible to flee. So here I realized, oh my god, we are going down fast, and I think at this point now, yeah, I opened the compartment to make it access faster, but that was already too late, so the power plant died. And yeah, so the backup is to activate the batteries, which I did here. So Simon and Pete still tried their very best to fix it, but yeah, didn't manage to.
Das ist aber geil. Das ist wirkliches Multi-Crew-Gameplay.
The attack moved to the forward side, targeting the batteries, because the player who was attacking us actually knew the ship layout. And yeah, here I noticed that the second power plant is also got attacked, so have to redirect our mechanics to it. And at this point we wanted to flee, and then I realized why doesn't the quantum drive work? And as you saw, that there is a relay that also got destroyed. So
ja, wollte ich gerade
here
sagen.
you see it very clearly that with a relay being destroyed at the quantum drive position, that means that the quantum drive cannot be accessed from the pilot seat. That means that yeah, I also had to get that repaired. So it was a bit chaotic. Everything was also happening a bit too fast. Here trying to save the second power plant, because we were already running out of battery life. So yeah, if we would have lost the second power plant, that would have been our certain death. And I think at in the next part of the video, yeah, we basically asked someone to fix the relay at the back so that we still be able to jump away. Yeah, so we at least managed to save one of the power plants.
Ja, und kann jemand das Relais austauschen oder reparieren?
Yeah, that's now. I think it was Pete running there and fixing the fuse. And the
So,
next
jetzt
step
müsste es wieder
was
gehen.
the pilot trying to push the quantum drive, but it was too late. We died, and the end of the show.
Was? Okay,
Ja,
ein bisschen
thanks.
antiklimatisch. Ich dachte, jetzt kommt irgendwie, dann waren wir im Soft-Dev-Modus und
So
der Pilot kam an
what you
Bord
just
und hat
saw
versucht,
gives a
keine
good
Ahnung was.
idea of how busy ships will be and what meaningful multi-crew gameplay will look like.
Ja, gell, das
But
Multitool
what
ist mir
about
auch
the
fast ein
future?
bisschen zu wichtig mittlerweile.
Since we worked on technology that will be used throughout the entire game, you will see more and more coming utilizing this tech. It will introduce systemic gameplay with allowing players to come up with creative ways of manipulating their environments. Sabotaging a power plant or destroying a vital relay that connects it all to shut down an entire enemy base. that can include its life support or security systems. It would also tie in nicely with Maelstrom that you just saw, and anything that will break off will lose its connection to the network and therefore have an impact on its functionality. So it's a real systemic feature.
Ja,
The
das finde ich
technology
geil auf
allows
jeden
us
Fall.
also to take further steps into the crafting profession as well as in the base building, where both are related to each other. Bases built by player will also form resource networks and come with their unique challenges similar to ships. We are all really excited about the future of this tech and all the associated features. So there's a huge thanks for all people involved. So thanks to the entire EUPU team, the vehicle teams, Jared, active feature team, and the Arena Commander team. They all were super supportive to get this behemoth into a state that you could see here. And it's something that has been a long time coming, and we are really proud of it. So thank you for sticking with us on this
Gravity
journey.
war weg. Oh, das ist mir gar nicht aufgefallen. Okay, also das ist genau
Wait.
das, was wir wollen.
There's
Das
one
ist,
more
oh, ich
thing.
freue mich so darauf. Oh, okay.
So we really want to get your hands, we really want you to get your hands on this because we already had a lot of fun with it. I hope all of you have heard of the experimental mode in the Arena Commander. So we want to
Oh.
bring you what you saw here as an experimental mode before we put everything into the PU.
Okay, und wann? Ich stell die Wandfrage. Ich stell die Wandfrage.
And this will be soon. So, thank you.
Ja, okay, gut. Also, Theaters of War soon. Okay.
Camera 4. Hi, everybody. I think I'm supposed. There we are. You know, when we started this, we said we'd have a nice, relaxed pace. That's a lot of new content coming in just the last 2.5 hours now. We are going to slow things down. We're going to take a little fun break here. We're going to do a cosplay contest, because why the heck not? And then we're going to take our lunch. So all you restreamers during the lunch, you can have a time to open your mouth and talk to your communities, because I can imagine you over the last 2.5 hours just trying to get a word in edgewise. So let's go to the cosplay contest, hosted by Galactica, our social media manager, with special
Warte mal,
judges
das war jetzt das
Kat,
Panel?
Forrest, and
Das
Bee.
erste geht doppelt so lang irgendwie, das zweite nicht mal 10 Minuten gefühlt. Okay, jetzt machen wir Pause, Leute. Jetzt machen wir Streampause. Das ist jetzt die Cosplay-Competition. Danach gibt's Lunchbreak.
Hello
Und dann sollten wir
and
bei
welcome
Talking
to
Ship
the
wieder dabei
Citizen
sein.
2953 Cosplay Contest powered by
Okay.
Toby Gaming. I'm
Ich kündige noch mal im
Galactica,
Discord
social
an,
media
wann genau
manager
das
for
sein wird.
Citizen, or as I like to say,
Und ich hoffe, dann
professional
seid ihr
ship
mit dabei.
poster.
Okay.
And
Schöne
on
Mittagspause
stage
allen.
with me, I
Bis
have
nachher.